Guys, are you all for real right now? Like, are this the sort of stuff that you guys as individual find enjoyment in? Just literally watching and falsely accusing somebody of something that they didn't do. You guys want to punish him for such a tiny something that didn't even harm anybody. You know what I mean? Like, it's so harmless to a point where, like, even in the individual themselves didn't harm anybody or even themselves, you know? And they took accountability for just that little thing. You know how much it takes for individual to take accountability? This guy didn't even hesitate. As soon as he heard everybody saying, hey, this wasn't right, oh yeah, take it, you know? Take my apology. I didn't mean any harm. And if that was the case, I'm totally sorry. He literally went out of his way and did that, right? But people went out of their way literally without any evidence to further prove their, you know, whatever they're trying to claim that Suga did. And they falsely accuse him of such thing that he never did. And then the whole media, as a whole nation, took the bait and ran with it, right? And to make it worse, I think I've mentioned this on my previous video that I reacted to Boracity Magazine talking about this issue. I was like, how crazy was it? Oh, what a coincidence was it that as soon as he fell down, the cop was like a second run away from him. You know, like, making make sense. Like, I don't know the society there, like how it works and like, you know, how much the cops are, you know, regularly around the people. You know what I mean? But it was just too of a perfect, you know, coincidence for it to be, oh, he fell down. And even if you see how he fell down on that scooter, that shit just look like, bro, even a baby can fall down, you know, without even intending to. That was just such a sharp turn, you know. And I saw it, I'm like, oh, what's the issue here? You know, it's more of like checking on the individual, making sure they're okay. You know, this is a person that doesn't have security. He's a huge celebrity, right? Everybody wants to take picture with him, but he's literally stripping himself of all of that and going for a drink. He didn't drink that much, and he took all the precaution that he needed to as an individual who thought of other people that were around him, you know, and took a scooter. You know, a scooter only max go 30 kilometers per hour, you know? Like, that's barely anything, at least from where I am, you know? And from what I've seen from all the videos and like stuff that I've seen on Twitter, everybody is saying he was going at least 5 miles per hour. That's nothing, you know? And I'm telling you, like, this guy went out of his way to literally use the public, and he's a celebrity, you know? And he took initiative to do that so he wouldn't endanger anybody. But as soon as he fell down, there wasn't even, oh, are you okay? Blah, blah, blah. Open investigation right away. Like, make it make sense. An investigation for somebody who just rode a scooter home, rode perfectly until the last minute where he got home, you know? Sorry, my throat is acting up. But this is just so annoying, you know? And like, it's crazy to me even after, you know, the evidence was presented, the video footage or like the CCTV footage of him riding the scooter all the way was even shown. There wasn't no accountability, you know. Always comes back to this, like, him as an individual, he took accountability and apologized for the little mistake that he might have done that wasn't huge, but there wasn't no accountability from the media side, you know, where everybody was like rocking with the information that they got, and they were like, oh, he did such a horrible thing, what is he still doing in the group? Like, you guys are literally trying to get him to get kicked out of the BTS group. Are you guys for real? Like, is that generally where we are as a society, you know? Like, is that where you guys are? Like, you guys find excitement where, like, if nothing like that is happening, you guys extend it to a point where, like, there shouldn't be any investigation on this, you know? Like, as soon as this was, like, found and it was solved, or, like, you had interaction with the individual as a cop, do whatever you need to do, keep it silent, hey, go to your home, you know, take it easy, take a shower, you know, go do your thing, you know, we're gonna call you to the station tomorrow without having the media to know it. But no, the media has to know everything, and because these are such huge megastars, anything about them that is controversial is gonna hit headlines. So every media outlet is gonna want to be on top of this, you know, like, it's literally a bigger fish for them to fry. Like, they'll literally leave everything that is supposed to be getting exposure on, but will have the whole media 24/7 on this little issue that was never supposed to be anything. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen some of you guys comment on the video that I posted. You guys are saying apparently it was a cover up for other big stuff, like the first lady for I don't know what it was, you know, and like it's just so like wow, you know what I mean? Like it really is that bad, you know what I mean? To a point where like you guys know what you're doing, but you guys don't want to actually, you know, take a step back and like look at yourself. I'm like, okay, maybe we're spending our energy on something bad, you know. Maybe what he did was something bad, but he took accountability and literally didn't even take that long, and like it wasn't a sincere apology, you know. But you guys wouldn't do that. You guys rather keep pushing, and it's messed up because I've seen videos of like people claiming that people have actually taken their life because of this stuff. Like people have literally pushed it to a limit where like, you know, the individual who is being talked about just had enough of it, and it's like the cases of that is really high. And as a society or a nation, it seems like you guys haven't taken any action on that. But you know, as soon as a BTS or like any K-pop idol does one thing or just a little thing that showcases their humanity, or like, you know, okay, these are like regular individual, oh my god, make all the noise, bring all the cameras, you know, make up all kind of excuses to, you know, furthermore make this a story or a headline. Like it's crazy, you know what I mean? And it's the fact that I know there's some media outlet there that, you know, are trying to bring light to this, and some YouTubers from there have spoken about it, but I feel like if it takes the whole nation to bring down one individual, why does it only take two or three, at least from what I've seen, to actually bring light to the actual facts of this story? You know what I mean? Why does it have to be a scandal where like the whole nation is involved and nobody's actually being like, oh, maybe we're being too harsh about this? You know what I mean? Like, let the cops deal with them if it's something that they actually think is serious, which to me, from what I see, it's nothing serious. You know what I mean? It's nothing at all. It's nothing. Like, Sugar literally just rode a scooter home. Literally. And just fell down last minute. And ironically, the cop was right there, you know, with alcohol meter and all that shit, you know? Which they're allowed to do their job, but at the same time, you know, it's like this way you reduce the noise, especially when it's a celebrity, you know, like, you know, everybody's gonna be up their ass, you know, sorry, but that's just the reality of it. And as a cop, there's no need for you to go out of your way and like withhold the information of the investigation and keep these people who are literally itching and craving for this kind of attention to just run with whatever they come up with. You know what I mean? This is bad. And from what I've seen, I've heard from, you know, certain people, you know, about this issue that is going on, it just doesn't seem right, you know. Even me as an individual who's an outsider, like, I can step back and be like, okay, you guys can handle it, but at the same time, it's like there's just so much that you see and can tolerate, and I don't know how some of you all just do it. You know what I mean? Like, let the cops or like the government deal with them if it was a bigger issue, which it wasn't. So I feel like the reason why it's doing all of this is, if it is true, to cover up some stuff that are actually nationally threatening, and like, you know, people don't want to acknowledge it, and it just showed the culture of this country, which I don't know, but from what I'm seeing, it's not really looking good, you know. But it's really sad. It's really sad, you know. Shout out to those who are like actually coming out, you know, to support but are not army, to actually support and like, you know, show the fact that this is actually what's happening, rather than it being like this fake stuff. And like, people coming up with challenges, you know I didn't mention it on my previous video, but it's like, bruh, like, it's just that much of a game to you all for you guys to make challenges out of this issue when it was never. Yeah, man, you guys are doing way too much, man. I hope, you know, you all as a society take a step back and actually reflect on this stuff and like see how much you guys can benefit and actually help everybody around that, you know, benefit from everything. You know what I mean? In terms of like the news outlet being actually focused on stuff that are, you know, beneficial to the society and like the individual around. And give the idols or like the music artists, man, some break, man. I feel like they've had too much the pressure of society, you know, them being an idol or like idols to be withholding these images that, you know, if they do anything beyond that, it's a criminal. If they have relationship, oh, if a touch, you know, like, is there so much pressure on top of that, you know? They have to deal with the news outlet, you know, like, it's just let them be with one thing, you know? It's one thing to make content and shit like that, but actually make content on stuff that are actually beneficial and like, you know, bringing awareness, not like destroying people, which it seemed like that's been the trend, you know. A lot of people just not having enough of it and just, you know, doing some stuff that you wouldn't definitely want anybody to do, you know what I mean? But there hasn't been any a wake up call. Like everything is still the same. So, you know, I hope, you know, Korea as a society, you know, does look upon that and like, you know, take a step back and reflect on it. Obviously, I'm an outsider, but you know, it just looks bad from outside. You know, it might not look as bad as it inside if you're not fully aware of the situation. But you know, I hope you all do something for a change and leave my boy Suga alone. And BTS, they don't have anything to do with this, man. I don't think it's such a controversial thing for them to kick out one of the best rapper in the group. You know what I mean? Like he's such at a high caliber to a point where like, you know, I don't think that's where they take it. You know what I mean? Like if this guy did something horrific, yeah, they might consider it. But like if he didn't, I don't see any reason. This is such a tiny thing that was just thrown out of proportion, and the news outlet is just building up on it even more, even after, you know, they've already got the facts. But you know, that's just news outlet, and it's just so normalized to a point where this such stuff happen, you know, and it sucks, man. Hey, man, I hope you guys let me know, keep me in the loop of what's happening in this or on this situation. You know, what has been the new update. I've seen like a couple YouTubers mentioning that, you know, apparently Big Hit Entertainment or like Hype, the label, like, you know, lied to them that he was gonna go to the police station, but he never showed up. So every news outlet was there just waiting for nothing. So you guys let me know what are the new updates that I'm missing out on, and you know, just keep me in the loop. If you guys want me to give my thought or anything on that, you guys let me know. I can always make a video or check out a reaction of, you know, people talking about this issue. And yeah, man, I hope you guys have a good time. Don't let this ruin your day. This is the kind of stuff that, you know, get me fucked up, you know what I mean? But I just have to rock with it, okay? But you guys take it easy, keep them boys, you know, hopefully they're doing good, man. Some of them are doing army service and like stuff like that. Some of them have been dropping projects, so we're happy. And you know, as long as they're, you know, mentally somewhere stable, that's all we could ask for. And don't mind this, okay? It'll come and go, but it just sucks that this is the reality, okay? But other than that, I'm gonna see you all around. Thank you all for watching, and you know, let me know your thoughts in the comment. All right, I'm gonna see you all next time. Peace.